Hi everyone, and welcome to Grade 1 French Immersion. We are currently doing Module 4, Creating Content. So today we're going to talk about how to create content online and what applications we can use to help us do that. So one of the things I just want to go over, and you can see it on my screen, is the different kinds of applications we can use to create content, whether it is written content, video or audio files, or a mix of the two, or we can create a game or an activity that is interactive. I'm just going to go ahead and show you a few websites and a few different applications that are available to us online. Most, if not all, are free to use. You just have to sign up or have an account. Everybody in our classroom has a Google account for your school. So when you log into your school Google account, you are essentially logging into your Google Drive. When you go into your Google Drive, which is also where you have your email and everything like that, and your Google Meets, um, so once you go into Google Drive, it looks something like this, and any documents or files or presentations you have will be in here. For example, I have lesson plans that are already created in here. So if you want to create something new, for example, I want to create a new slideshow presentation for my teacher, we're going to create new, and you can either create a Google document, Google Sheets, or Google Slides. Google Slides is the one you want to use for presentations, and we will be using mostly Google Slides or Google Documents. So let's go ahead and click on Google Slides. It looks almost exactly the same as a PowerPoint presentation from the Microsoft Office products. Therefore, the setup will be very similar. This one you can actually share with your teacher, with other students, and it automatically saves it for you, so you don't have to worry about saving and losing it. So here we can add a title, we can add more slides as we go, add audio files, video files, shapes, charts, texts, and things like that. Again, it follows the same format as a PowerPoint presentation. The next thing I want to show you, because we're just getting glimpses of this, of what's available to us, is YouTube. So YouTube is a great platform because you can search videos, tutorials, anything like that. So if you want to insert a video of, for example, explaining to the class why Fortnite is such a great game, you could actually click it in here and look for a video explaining why Fortnite is actually a great game, and then you can insert this video into your, for example, your Google Slides if you're creating this in Google Slides. So YouTube is a great way to interact with your audience or with the classroom or your teacher by showing them visually a subject or a topic you're discussing. The next thing I want to show you is called Prezi. Prezi is similar to PowerPoint and Google Slides. It's just a variation of it. So same thing, you're going to make a presentation, you're going to create it from scratch, or you're going to create it from an existing presentation that already exists in a template. And it's just more interactive, and there's a bit more features involved in this one. So I have a lesson plan created, I have a video message, and I also have an interactive map that I already created. Again, you can search for projects or search for templates on here just by clicking in the search. Another thing I want to share with you is called Educandy, and I actually use this with you in this module just to have a quick little game to see if you know your applications online. So you can create a game if you want, or an activity, or you can play a game. So in the one I created, you guys are actually playing a game that I created for this module. So some of the things you can do or create is a word game, matching pairs, quiz questions. And within these, there's a few other options as well. And then it tells you how many characters you need, stuff like that. You can also search for games if you'd like based on a topic. For example, you are looking for a French game or French words. Let's just type in French and see what we get. So there's a few different activities and games for French. There's French adjectives that come up, French avoir, which is the verb, learning of avoir, probably a matching game, or French colors. Let's go on French colors and see what it looks like. So under French colors, there's actually a few different activities you can play. You can play a multiple choice game, knots and crosses, crossword, matchup, or a memory game. So I'm not actually going to go through the game with you because once you click on it, it activates the game and you start playing. And I think you'll get the hang of it. But it just goes to show you that you either hit in and type in an activity code, or you search for a game, or you create your own. Another one, which is similar to Educandy, is Blue Kit. Blue Kit is also a game that you can join or create. Usually your teacher will create a game for you or an activity that you can do online against the computer, or you can do it against another student in your class, which is something we will be using in the next few modules. Padlet is one we actually just used in our previous module, and it is a way to brainstorm interactively or post comments or post questions. So if you want to make a Padlet, which is basically a brainstorm board or comment board, you can just select from one of these. Let's select a canvas, and it starts creating your Padlet immediately. It also wants you to know, or is asking, what is the title? Let's just say organizing tips. And let's just leave the description as tips and tricks, which is exactly what I said in our last one. You can actually change the background and the appearance of it, which makes it even prettier, either by colors, textures, or patterns. We can do leaves for this one to make it nice and fall. And then you can choose if you can have emojis or a different color scheme on it and how people can react. Can they put stars on it? Can they like it? Do they need approval for it? So once you hit next, it starts creating it for you and you can start posting. The way you start posting on Padlet is you literally just double click on this background screen and start typing. So my tips and tricks for organizing, be tidy. That's just one. I double click again and I can say, have a quiet work space. Okay. And as you see below the title or wherever I'm writing, I can actually upload, I can share a link, I can search for something or add a photo, and then there's more. So for example, if I want to share a link to a video that I found on organizing tips, for example, on YouTube, I can just click the link here and it asks me what is the URL. So I would just have to go back to YouTube, copy and paste this URL and put it back into Padlet here. And then it would link it for me. And then the other students who viewed this Padlet can also see it. So this concludes just like a short tutorial of the different kinds of applications available to you. There's also a lot more that I included. Also Canva is one of them, and Powtoon. I won't go through the entire tutorial. I will just show you what it looks like. This is Powtoon, which is basically a video maker, kind of like almost like a YouTube video, but it creates it from a template existing for you, or you can edit that template, that video template entirely. I actually made the last few modules for you using Powtoon, and I made it very personal to the topic we were studying. Canva is where actually you can make a poster, a flyer, an infographic, a logo, an entire presentation, or for example, like an Instagram post or a story, and it helps you do that with a lot of various features. I actually used Canva to show you my introduction newsletter for this class and this course, and also the content creation tools. The list of them was created in Canva. Again, this just allows a lot more versatility than Publisher would let you or Google Docs would let you. So once again, this is just a glimpse into it. You can also hit up YouTube for a tutorial on how to use Canva or how to use Powtoon in depth.